Hey, welcome back to the Chambercast. I'm your host, Jay Heish. I have in the studio here, downtown Washington County, Hagerstown. I got in the studio with me, Dr. Jacob Ashby, Executive Director at USMH. Right? How's it going?
Going well. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. So what's going on over there at USMH? What's new?
Yeah, we've got a lot of moving parts. We're obviously trying to reinvigorate our current programs after the pandemic and get more students into those as well. But the big thing that's coming down the pike is we're launching an MBA program, a Master's of Business Administration.
Okay.
And that'll start in spring 2025 through the University of Baltimore.
Right.
So we're really excited about that. I think there's definitely an opportunity for business in the business community to get engaged and find professionals who want to
hopefully.
their education. Yeah.
Hopefully you'll attract some from out of the area and all that
absolutely.
And build it up, right?
Yeah.
That's been the goal downtown, I think, for USMH is that aren't they always talking about making dorms and everything else?
Yeah, so we're one of the unique regional higher education centers in the state because we have a bifurcated mission. So we have to bring programming and try to provide education to students, but part of our role also is to reinvigorate the downtown. And so that's why we were, put in downtown Hagerstown. So, we have 4 buildings downtown. Most people know the main building, but we have the one across the plaza. We have one up on Walnut Street and the hospitality building across the street.
Are some of those buildings, are they allocated for dorms too, for living?
So we did a housing project a few years ago with the city, and so it was actually private renters, but they worked with us, and there are dorms that we can provide that are set up, and they work through a private owner. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious. I've been hearing about that for a couple of years. It's funny because you mentioned like the pandemic. It's amazing how like 4 years later it's still lingering. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The effects of everything.
Well, and we're
terrible.
unique. So the regional higher education centers, like what USMH is, we offer the last 2 years of a bachelor's. So we don't offer the gen ed credits the first 2 years. So what we
get
are
those
trying to
elsewhere,
do,
right?
They go to HCC, and then we have transfer pathways. Like Hagerstown Community College has a little bit of an enrollment bump because of I think it's around like between like 1% and 10%. I won't quote it because I'll let them do that. But
put an asterisk for that.
Exactly. Yeah. But they have an enrollment bump, but for us, we're gonna have to wait 2 years on that. So even though it's 4 years, we're still waiting on that cliff to come up for us. So,
absolutely. So how long have you been doing this? How long have you been with USMH?
Sure. So I've been there for about 16 months. So I haven't been here a long time. But absolutely. Right. Yeah, but I've been in the region for a long time. So I actually used to work at Hagerstown Community College, and then most recently worked at Frederick Community College for 12 years. And my first house was in Hagerstown. I grew up in the area. So
are you from Hagerstown?
I'm actually from Falling Waters. I know, across
Close
the border.
Enough,
but it's the same place.
20 miles that way. Exactly. Exit 23. Yep. Yeah. There you go. 16 months. You came in as executive director, or did you work your way up in 16 months?
No, I came in as executive director. Okay. So there was a national search, and I was the candidate chosen. It must have been desperate, right?
What's your history background? What makes you want to work at the college?
Absolutely. So I kind of got into higher education just because I wanted to find something that I could sell. And I was fortunate when I went and got my bachelor's degree. I went to Hagerstown Community College, and I was able to take courses for free
so you've
through scholarships, things like exactly. And then I went to Shippensburg because USMH wasn't here at the time.
Right.
But I got out of my bachelor's for free, which helped me get my master's, helped me move up in my career ladder, and then I eventually got my doctorate. So I'm just trying to help students do the same thing. I started that by working at HCC and then eventually FCC. But at Frederick Community College, I was able to move up the ladder, do a lot of different things. And then my last position was the assistant dean for assessment and articulation at the college. So I've done a lot of different roles. I've been in academic support, research. I've been an instructor, so I've done a lot of different things.
Right.
All right.
So obviously you've been in these shoes, you've walked this walk, you know what it's like for people getting their degrees and whatnot. What's your main concern that drives you in all this? And we were talking before we came on here about
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, college affordability is a big thing.
Yeah.
I want students to get their degree at the most affordable rate possible so that they can set up their future. You don't want to graduate from college and have $80,000 in debt and then go to look to buy a house because, as we know, housing is not affordable.
No.
And paying that debt off is not going to be affordable. So anything we can do to help support students. USMH is unique because we don't have the tuition. We don't have the room and board. We just have tuition. We don't have the additional transportation costs. And additionally, we don't have the fees. And fees are a big thing that people don't think about in higher education. So when you're paying that activity fee at College Park or Towson or somewhere else, you're paying for a rock wall and a gym and things like that.
You're paying for all those amenities.
Exactly.
You see there. All the bells and whistles.
And we're not charging you for that. We're just strictly charging you for things that, we're just strictly charging you for things.
Put a rock wall out there.
University. Well, we have a big building. We could just start putting some anchors in, and people could start climbing.
I have a question, man. The University Plaza downtown Hagerstown, right next to the USMH building. That's owned by the city of Hagerstown, though, right? Or Washington County?
It's actually a partnership.
It's a partnership.
Between us and the
city. So when
they
do events there, it's a partnership?
Yep, absolutely. So we work together. So technically, the way the map's drawn is it's kind of 50-50, but we always work together. So if there's something that needs to get taken care of, we'll reach out to the city or vice versa. Our staff, I have maintenance staff that'll go out there and take care of things as well. So it's just a partnership. My security, if there's an issue or things, they'll jump out there and take care of things. But we also have the police substation in our building, so we work with the HPD a lot as well.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's coming along slowly, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely. We're we had a little bit of a leadership vacuum just because the previous executive director left, and then there was an interim. So I've been here for about a year. I feel like my feet are finally under me, and starting to get things moving. So,
How's your staff? Everything working out?
Everything's good. Yeah, I've got great staff. We've got a very small staff. A lot of people think of USMH is a large entity, but
I do. But you are.
Well, as I say, we only have 6 staff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In that whole building.
Well, we only have 6 staff on my staff. So the other people are staff of the partners. So like the faculty will come in from Frostburg or Towson. They don't technically work for me. So we run basically the building, the operations. We bring in a new program, all the marketing you see, the website, all that stuff comes from my staff.
That's you. That's your department.
Yeah. So it's a lot.
But I'm gonna go visit you in your office. I bet you got. You have a nice office.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know if you know this, but
suite.
The main part of our building, the front part of the building that people see, is actually a historic hotel.
Right.
And so it had George Washington stay there. It's called the Baldwin House. John Brown stayed there. So the entire building, when it was renovated, basically lifted up 2 historic buildings. So one side is our classroom, the other side is a hotel.
Nice.
And so the hotel has been restored to kind of the historical standards. So we've got like marble in the hallways, things like that. So
is that really protected by the Historical Society?
It is,
It's under that?
Absolutely.
Under that thumb? Yeah. A lot of that around here, especially downtown.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is your office upstairs or downstairs? I'm curious.
I'm on the second floor.
Second floor.
Yeah.
You should get the top floor, man.
I'm happy with what I have.
Never.
Yeah, I've never been an office size person. I don't
know
about that. No.
Apparently I am.
Call Display J at ExpoNet USA for all your portable display and graphics needs. With printing facilities nationwide, Display J's got you covered on both sides of the country and anywhere in between. You've got a guy. Call Display J at 301-378-9363 or www.exponetusa.com. Also available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Anything else you want to tell the audience about USMH?
Sure, absolutely. I just would, articulate to people that, as you or your family or your friends start to think about college, just think about college affordability. I know there's a lot going on in society and there's a lot of divisiveness, but I think generally everyone can agree that if we make college more affordable, then we're going to help people get up the ladder in terms of their careers and where they go.
I agree.
And you might not see that return, right away when you get hired. And that's part of the problem when you go to a college that costs $50,000 and you come out making $50,000. But there's national studies, there's local studies that demonstrate, over the course of your career, you're going to make a lot more. There's actually a study that says if you put the money you spend on college in the stock market, you get about 13% return. If you put it in higher education, you're going to get about 39% return. So it's just an opportunity for people to move up the ladder. And, just when you start to look, take a look at our webpage, see what programs we have, and consider coming to USMH. Yeah.
What did you do when you first got out of college? When you got your degree, you got a master's, right?
Well, I started with my bachelor's, and I moved to the Allentown Reading area for a short period, and I worked for the Hessel Oil Company. And so I was managing, I think it was like 6
you
gas
got your
stations
feet dipped in the corporate world and put your degree to work.
Exactly. And then I came back to the area and started working in other places first, and then in higher education. So,
how's enrollment at USMH?
We're down, but we're down because of the pandemic. So, like I said, we saw a cliff. Pandemic. We saw a cliff, and then I guess we're kind of on the plateau, if that makes sense. So we came down from the pandemic, we've plateaued out now, and we're looking to see, like I said, a spike, just assuming that with the increases we've seen at HCC and FCC and the other community colleges in the region, it'll start to creep up. We're just waiting for that 2-year kind of to hit. So yeah.
There you go. Dr. Jacob Ashby, on a personal note, what's your favorite vegetable?
Salad. Yeah.
That's your favorite vegetable?
Yeah,
Salad?
Salad, yeah. We
Like just
usually
a pile of
salad every
lettuce? Or what kind of
No,
salad?
salad.
Caesar
Lettuce,
salad?
cucumbers, you know.
You want the nice chef salad,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You throw an egg in there?
Sure.
Hard boiled, yeah?
Sure,
All right.
yeah.
Bacon bits?
Sure.
I had to ask. We were joking about that before this came on. Anyway, hey, I want to thank you for coming on the Chamber Cast. And again, Jay Heiss, your host here, welcoming you. If you want to come on the Chamber Cast, reach out to the Chamber. The number's right there at the bottom of the screen. Talk to Maddie over there. Producer Maddie, give her a holler. Get on the show. Again, Jay Heiss for the Chamber Cast. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.